Presenting the #1 Independent Sales Director for the Diamond Seminar, Executive Senior Sales Director Lisa Madson.
Good morning. I want to start off by congratulating the other $1 Million directors that were on the stage last night. Julianne Clayson McGillis, LaRonda Daigle, and first-time $1 Million director Sonia Paez. It was very special sharing the stage with you last night. When you leave today, what memories are you going to take home with you? Memories of your first seminar? Memories of your 21st seminar? Memories of being on stage? Memories of sitting in the audience with the goals starting to burn in your heart? I still have memories of twinges of hope that came with the dawning of a new dream as I left my very first seminar. Dan and I had traveled here in our unair-conditioned Ford Tempo from Madison, Wisconsin. On the way home, we talked for 10 hours straight, never even turning on the radio, as we started planning our future with our Mary Kay dream. We had 2 children, ages 1 and 3 at home. Dan was teaching in 7th grade in a Christian school where he loved his career then and he still does now. I had quit college and had been working 2 part-time jobs to make financial ends meet prior to that first seminar. The vision of our future dreams were nothing like the reality of the dreams that we are living today. Have you sat here these past few days and said, "Dare I dream? Could it really be my turn?" There are people that sat here last year who made the decision that it will be my turn at Seminar 1999. They were celebrated on the stage last night. My unit deserves credit as they reached many personal goals that led them to the position of being the #1 unit in all of Mary Kay for the 6th consecutive year. Each and every person made a difference this year. Thank you to each and every one of you for your contribution to your personal businesses that led to our unit's success. The love and support for each other was evident once again last night as they cheered on our 10 National Court of Sales winners: Diane Freebert, Marilyn Larson, Dot Newyear, Jean Ryman, Barb Parker, Barb Schraven, Carolyn Bucco, Mary Helen Bergschneider, Wendy Norton, and Jane Trapp, the #3 consultant in the entire Diamond Division. Unbelievable. Our 3 DIQs have also been cheered on by this incredible unit: Carolyn Bucco, Mary Helen Bergschneider, and our newest director as of yesterday, Christy Haney. The pride I have for my directors is unparalleled. It is very closely matched, however, by the pride on the faces of their consultants who admire and respect those directors as much as I do. I hope this is a year that many of you will be joining them as sales directors. As Rachel mentioned last night, our goal is to debut at Seminar 2000 with 30 first-line directors, and Christy is our #18 director. So we have a lot of work to do this year, and I know that there are a lot of you that are planning on being on that stage. Our future national area looks so bright as we celebrated last night many of those directors who walked across the stage and many of their consultants. The directors, though, were National Court of Sales: Karen Brum, Carrie Miller, Jane Nichols, Robbie Roberts, Rita Gunlock, Linda Lewis, Julie Carpenter, Alice Rothbauer, Tony Palermo, Heather Julesen, and Pat Nuzzi. National Court of Recruiting Director, Pat Nuzzi. And then also directors: Diane Cole, Heather Julesen, Ellen Hemd, all in the $300,000. Cheryl Peterson in the $350,000. Sue Ponko in the $500,000, and Pat Nuzzi in the $800,000. A DIQ in Pat Nuzzi's unit: Colleen Matthews, a double-star excellence winner, and Pat Nuzzi as a triple-star excellence winner. All the business accolades, though, cannot be matched by the love that our directors and our consultants have for each other. Once again, this past year, one of our directors was stricken with cancer, Carrie Casino. And this year, she didn't cross the stage, but she had a lot of support. She had a lot of encouragement. She had a lot of prayers and love that were spread on to her by all of our area. And I appreciate all of you more than any production for the love that you have for each other. The directors here may remember Leadership Conference '99. in New Orleans, where I announced that our unit goal was achieving $2.2 million. With only $700,000 in towards that goal, it doesn't take a genius to figure out we were $1.5 million away and had 6 short months left in the seminar year to complete it. Because of the Mary Kay Go Give positive attitude, no one actually voiced their disbelief, but I am sure that there were some raised eyebrows. Why would I get up in front of God and everyone and say that I am going to do $2.2 million with my unit when we were nowhere near being on target for it? Because I believe in this company, I believe in this opportunity, and I believe in the potential for women. Those of you who know me know I don't say things just to say them. When I set a goal, I intend to achieve it. That is why, after setting the goal at Seminar 98, I was reaffirming at Leadership Conference, and I was putting my integrity on the line by telling the world about our future vision. As we progressed through the last 6 months, there were certainly days when things looked impossible, and I felt like giving up, but that is exactly why I kept working. On June 30th at 7 p.m., I was still at the branch. I had been there for 5 hours. We were using about 4 cell phones at the time. I was there so long, in fact, that the security guard said if I was still there at 7:30, I would have to buy him a prime rib dinner. My unit and I did everything possible to finish our goal right up until the very last minute, and it did not happen. We did, though, break a company record, and our unit achieved over $400,000 in the month of June alone. What can I say? You're awesome, and your team spirit is unmatched. Am I embarrassed that I told the world with conviction that we would achieve $2.2 million? No. And we will achieve it at Seminar 2000. Throughout this entire year, there were so many people supporting our goal. People like Mary Kay Ash. Even though we can't hear her on a daily basis, we can feel her presence in every aspect of this company. You know, Mary Kay always says, people are known by the company they keep, and a company is known for the people it keeps. I think of people like John Rashan, who supported our goal, a quiet man many of you were introduced to through the leadership video. I was privileged to have lunch with him and experience his wise, caring ways. He is such a leader who is filled with such a love for this company. John will ensure that Mary Kay's legacy will burn brightly in the future. People like Tom Watley, a president who listens, who implements new ideas, who truly cares about the success about our business. Tom, it is a compliment to you knowing that you listen, you really hear, and then you can also be counted on to take action. Thank you for all of the encouragement that you gave me. People such as NSDs, all of the national sales directors in this area, haven't we learned so much from each and every person that spoke? We thank you for your leadership that you have given all of us. People are the greatest asset in this company. With people like all of them who support each of us, it's so easy to see why. Speaking of why, what is yours? Why are you a Mary Kay consultant? Why are you here? Why do you want a future painted in Mary Kay pink? It's your turn to leave here excited. It's your turn to say, I'm going to be on stage, I'm going to be driving my new car, or become a sales director. The difference between the women that are here next year having achieved their goal and the ones that won't will discover the reason early on in this year. They will discover their purpose. They will discover their why. Their purpose and desire will keep them going through adversity, through family crises, through problems, and through obstacles. Why do you want success in Mary Kay? Last year, Oprah Winfrey interviewed Randy Lemer. Randy's young daughter was going to die unless she received a new kidney. He was eager to give her one of his, but the doctors refused to let him because he was so overweight. They gave him 8 months to lose 100 pounds. He lost the weight and even said that it wasn't that difficult to do so because he had a tremendous incentive to save his daughter's life. In other words, as soon as he had a big enough why, he discovered the how. When your why gets bigger, you'll get better. My why, I hope, was very obvious last night. As you heard me talk about my parents, talk about Rachel, Jonathan, Kyle, and especially Dan. My why and my purpose are those people and the other people, their lives that I've been blessed to be able to touch. I recently asked my consultants what their why was. Surprisingly, many of them needed 24 to 48 hours to think about it. Some of the responses they gave me were being completely debt-free, being able to stay home with my small children and go on their field trips and be a part of their lives, being responsible for their future instead of having others decide that for them. Can you picture your why? You must see the vision. Every time a class cancels, every time your empty date book is staring you in the face, every time your 6 confirmed guests go down to 1, and then you set up her tray and she doesn't show. You've all been there, haven't you? What is your why? What is your why? You better know what it is. Your why needs to be so firmly planted that you don't start to question it. For example, I have a husband that makes enough money to really support us. I was happy before I did this. I really could get along without it. I was happy before Mary Kay. Wouldn't it be easy just to go back to that life? Caution. There should be a Surgeon General's warning on your heart. Lack of belief could cause you to lose sight of your goal. You may be the one to steal your dream. You may be the one to steal your dream. You may allow others to steal your dream. This is a story about Monty Roberts, a story about a young man who was the son of a horse trainer who would go from stable to stable, racetrack to racetrack, farm to farm, and ranch to ranch, training horses. As a result, the boy's high school career was continually interrupted. When he was a senior, he was asked to write a paper about what he wanted to be and do when he grew up. That night, he wrote a 7-page paper describing his goal of someday owning a horse ranch. He wrote about his dream in great detail, and he even drew a diagram of a 200-acre ranch showing the location of all the buildings, the stables, and the track. Then he drew a detailed floor plan for a 4,000-square-foot house that would sit on a 200-acre ranch. He put a great deal of his heart into the project, and the next day, he handed it to his teacher. 2 days later, he received his paper back. On the front was a large red F with a note that read, "See me after class." The boy with the dream went to see the teacher after class and asked, "Why did I receive an F?" The teacher said, "This is an unrealistic goal for a young boy like you. You have no money. You come from a poor background. You have no resources. Owning a horse ranch requires a lot of money. You have to buy the land, you have to pay for the original breeding stock, and later you have to pay the large stud fees. There is no way you could ever do it." Well, he didn't give up, and he achieved it anyway. And he told that story to a group of people that were standing in the exact place that he had described. And he had a picture, actually the actual paper, that was framed over his fireplace, proving that he did not give up on his dream, and he did not allow that teacher to steal his dream. The interesting thing was that teacher came to his home one day with his class, and he saw that picture and that paper, and he apologized, and he said, "I used to steal people's dreams. I don't anymore." Don't allow other people to steal your dreams. It's your turn. Frame and protect your dreams like Monty did. Frame it with your work ethic and action. Protect it with integrity and love. And above all, hold it close to your heart and envision it often. You have just experienced 3 incredible days in the Mary Kay Pink bubble. If you didn't have a dream when you entered this arena 2 days ago, I'm sure you have one now. I hope it is big. I hope it is filled with passion. I hope it is complete with a date. I hope it raises some eyebrows. And I hope you spend your trip home with the radio off, seeing the future, the dreams, the vision you desire, and you can start now. It is your turn. Thank you.